How do you spot a blind man on a nudist beach? It's not hard. Welcome to Shave&Butcher, who's in a bad mood today. Had a bad couple of days, so I'm a bit miserable. So we're gonna do a shave and see if that perks our spirit a bit. I wanted to show you this thing, which is pretty cool. I think I told you about it in one of the videos. This is from what we found cleaning that house out. This is a pocket watch, fully functional, works a charm, runs spot on, and it is, or was, my grandmother's grandfather's. So the inscription says, I don't know if you can read that, it says in Swedish, to Anton Granat on the 50th birthday, 1915, from your buddies. That's pretty cool. And you know, it's all gold with the stamps and everything, so really happy for that. I'm gonna make sure I purchased that from the estate. So that's that. One thing that made me happy today. It was the only thing, but it was a really cool thing. So I got a message from Mark Walsh, who won the first prize in the raffle, and he says, "Good evening, Johan." And I told him I was going to do this on video. Has he replied? Yeah, it was okay. So I'm allowed to. I didn't ask if I could read the message, but I will anyway. Good evening, Johan. I hope you're well. I can't believe I won the first prize place in the raffle. I've never won anything before. I'm so pleased and honored to be in this fundraiser. I have a strange request and I need your help to make this happen. I'd like you to post the first prize to Maren Hickson instead of me. I don't want to appear ungrateful, perish the thought. It's just that Maren bought a lot of more tickets than I, and he provided extra funding. Plus, he's a genuine straight razor shaver, as I'm not. I really believe he'll make more use of this than I, and he also stated that he really wanted to win this item. Wouldn't it be cool to make this happen for him? Any questions, etc.? Mark Walsh. Wow, I almost got tears in my eyes, Mark, when I read that. So Maren the Barbarian, this is what you're getting. The Solingen full hollow and curly birch, burly birch, whatever it is, scales. So that will be on the way to you. I need your address, by the way, or I have it maybe. Anyway, you're getting that, not from me, but from Mark Walsh. So thank you so much, Mr. Walsh. Appreciate that. So that was pretty cool. Okay, we're shaving today. No prep. I usually shave my head to look good for you guys. What a vain thing. Before I shaved my face, but I haven't this time because I'm in a mood. This is Declaration Grooming's Créteaux Square, which is a collaboration with Châtillon Luxe. I haven't used this in a while. It's a strong smelling soap. Paladin, Badger. We're shaving with the KureNai. This will be the last shave before I send it back to Matti. Screws loose, Matti. I'll fix that, or you will. Yeah, just screw that little thingy. Doesn't matter. It's just needs to be done. And 4/5 maybe use of this half blade Gillette Silver Blue, which I got from Matti. Okay, I'm just gonna wet the face and all get cracking. It's really warm here. Well, it's 30 degrees Celsius today. Slightly cooler now, but it still is 28, I think, which is 90 or something Fahrenheit. So all you Texans won't be impressed. It's just for us, it's very warm. We complain if it's colder than 20 and warmer than 25 Celsius. It's a very small sweet spot. It's nice if you're at the beach, but I wasn't today. I was working. So it is warm, and we don't have air conditioning. Most Swedes don't. So the temperature indoors is about as high as outdoors. It was 27 indoors now, which is bloody warm, I can tell you. For reference, if I could choose and had air conditioning, it would be 21, 22. So yeah, pretty warm, sweating. It's better than cold, I know, and we all miss summer, etc. But we're entitled, and I'm in a bad mood anyway, so I'm just going to complain about all sorts of things. Like mosquitoes. Mosquitoes is okay. We have a hedgehog in the garden. Well, he moves around in various gardens. I think they're really cute. My wife, I shouldn't say anything, but she's scared to death of hedgehogs, which is also adoring. She blames her older brother for having scared her of most things, including hedgehogs, clearly, when they were kids. Because he'd make up stories that, you know, hedgehogs come and bite you at night, and they eat children, and they're filthy and disgusting and have viruses and diseases, and they bite you, and you know they're quick, so don't turn your head away, and all kinds of so she's at her age really scared. It's funny. Well, she spends a lot of time in the garden. We have a beautiful garden that she's made, and she's a bit disillusioned because Voldemort is out there. Voldemort, the hedgehog. So yeah, so I have to walk before her with a stick and make sure there aren't any hedgehogs in the bushes. Quite cute. This is a very strong scent, and if I remember, the idea of the scent is that Gratillon League Square was a square, I think, down south, New Orleans, I don't know. That was a trading ground for a lot of things, I think, but or maybe it was Canada, I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, I should have read up on that. It's supposed to smell like it would from that square, including, you know, animal hides, and that's where the Canadian confusion is, and tobacco and shit like that. And it is a very manly, if you will, scent. Very strong. I can't distinguish different things, but if you fantasize, you know, a few hundred years ago or whatever, crude tradesmen, bear hunters, tobacco spitting on the ground, coffee, whatever. That kind of scent. I really like it. I don't want to use it all the time. I really don't, because it is dramatic. You can almost feel the violence in the scent. It's not a, I was gonna say it's not a pleasant scent, but it is nice. It's just, wow, very overpowering. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, we have a lot of soap to dilute with water. Got a bit carried away. I overloaded. It's easy to do with soft soaps. But someone who said, yeah, it was the Barbarian, I think, who said that when you have a lot of soap and different soap bases, it is confusing because you get confused and you forget how you're supposed to treat a certain soap base in terms of how much you load, what water you put in, etc. So that's the downside with buying too much soap. Still cuts really, really nicely. It's a little bit on the dry side, because if it had the perfect moisture content, it would fall off straight away. It still is pretty damn good. Really have enjoyed this razor. In a big way, it's brilliant. Really is good, and I've discovered that different blades are different, give a different feeling when you shave. Oh, this is really loose. I didn't break it, Matti. I didn't drop it. It's just loose. It's a $20 razor. It's not a Feather Artist Club, but it damn well shaves just as nice, I think. So, not as pretty perhaps, not as sturdy. Well, it's quite heavy. There's heft to it. But you know, the screw cam's loose and it's not engineered to perfection like a DX. Oh, it's good. And you know, this blade is brilliant. I'm not going to even say it's my favorite blade because I've tried but three different ones. I can't remember which ones. But I think possibly I don't think I'm going to do any DE shaving ever, or to speak of, but in a half DE blade type Gillette. This, whatever it was called, silver blue. I'm guessing that would work well in just about anything. Ah, very good. Going slow, trying to enjoy myself. Try not to be too miserable. It's not the end of the world, it's a work thing. I had some disappointing news, but in the long run will be good. But it's still a bit of a disappointment. It's going to take me a few days to get over. It's not worse than that, but it's, you know, it's only my ego. And that's not huge. Lovely first pass. I wouldn't get this as a perfume. Look, peeky. Fuck. Darn, I mean. Because it's too much. I enjoy a scent when I shave, but I very rarely get the matching aftershave. Sometimes I wish I did. Like if Martin de Cambre makes an aftershave or a perfume with their vetiver scent, I'd wear that, for example. Maybe they do, I haven't checked actually. But usually I prefer my my normal scents most of the time. Creed, Himalaya is a favorite Creed, Green Irish Tweed. Getting a little bit tired of that. Himalaya I've used more or less daily for many years, and I never get tired. That's quite amazing, actually. This feels so good. You can barely feel it. You just know it's gonna be perfect. Gotta be careful at the, what do you call this? The side of the mouth, end of the mouth. Tell me. I gotta be careful there because it's easy to get a cut. Shit, it's slick. The flickering light. See if we can do the boom, the lock. Yeah, it's after midnight. I didn't sleep well last night because of this. I'm not gonna sleep much tonight either, so I thought I'll do a shave because I wanted to do the read Mark Walsh's message and give Mr. Bearberry the good news. Lovely. Gonna do half-pass pickups too, so it's perfect. I had decided to take work much less seriously because I know it's just work. So I've been doing that quite successfully. It's just, this is too slick. It's just sometimes, you know, gets to you. Can you see I'm sweating through the leather? Going to be a good result. Going more slowly than usual. Okay, missed a spot, I don't know why. Voila. Okay, at the bottom. So yeah. So what? I don't know. I don't freaking know. It's unusual to feel bummed out. I usually feel pretty good. I mean, it's the heroin that helps, but just in general. We're not drinking apple juice tonight. Oh, oops. Ha! Screw came out. Let's not drop it into the sink. Bear with me while I try to mend this thing. There are certain things which become slightly more tricky with Parkinson's disease. This is one, and I don't have a screwdriver either. Screwdriver? Have we fastened this provisionally? Soon, I think. Sorry about this. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to lose the screw or the bolt into the sink, because it would be tricky to get it out. I find, and I have found before, that putting too much of your sort of self-image, if that's English, or yeah, that's a good word, isn't it? How you view yourself and what you're worth. Putting too much, well, connecting that too much to how you perform at work and how others perceive you at work, and if you get promotions at work, is pretty bad, you know. It seems that most of the really successful people who are successful over time, successful doesn't mean get a super job and earn loads of money. Just successful to me means being real happy where you're at work. Most people who do that well, and most people who make a good career, they see work as work. Because if you don't, and you have a job where it's important for your self-image and the value you put to yourself, how you do and how you're perceived at work, then you're not going to be in good shape, and you risk a burnout. People who don't give much of a fuck don't get burned out. We have people at work, well, at least one, extremely well paid, top guy, who barely does anything concrete of value, and just gets away with it and does really well, and doesn't give a shit about anything. It's phenomenal. And he's hugely successful, not in terms of what he performs for the company, because that's not successful, but in terms of how he or she is perceived. It's a talent. But regardless of your ability to, whatever, taking work too seriously is dangerous. So having a hobby like wet shaving is important. And for me, to be perfectly honest, take a step back. Being Johan means being who I am at work, being whom I am as a family man, as a friend, etc. Having a YouTube channel, to be perfectly honest, is for me a lot about, and I'm being very honest now, a lot about being seen. it's interaction, it's giving to the community, etc. But at the I think the most important thing for me is being seen. As a performer, not as a person, I think, but as a performer. You know, I used to do amateur theater and stuff like that. I enjoy that. I enjoy giving presentations at conferences. I do a lot of that. It's nerve-wracking, but I enjoy it. I like the limelight, and this is a big part of why I do YouTube videos. So it's not very altruistic, to be perfectly honest, but I may as well be honest. And that's one Johan, pretty big one, you know, Johan the wet shaver, but also Johan the YouTuber. I'm gonna rinse and hang on. Still there? Yeah, okay, just checking. Just gonna rinse cold and I'll almost done. Voila. There's a danger in that too, you know, because being seen, being the monkey on the screen, etc. is you want appreciation, right? That's a big part of, I think all actors do. I'm not an actor, yeah, I'm just making the comparison. That's important. So Stetson, I find Stetson is a damn good fit with the GLT soap. It's not the same scent at all. It's just a damn good fit, really is. And I would rather smell like Stetson than GLT walking around all day. Now Stetson doesn't smell all day, but I love this scent of the soap when I'm shaving. Where was I? Yeah, there is a danger in that too, because you want to be seen, you want to be rewarded, you want to be recognized, etc. And then if your channel does well, that's a big kick. Does well in terms of number of subscribers and comments and how often your other people mention you. That's a kick every time for me, being an attention whore and a performance monkey. The danger is that you put too much focus on that, so that you get bummed out when your channel isn't doing very well, or loses subscribers, or people view videos less, and or grows quickly for a long time, and then it stagnates, which inevitably happens to pretty much everyone. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but that's me and YouTube, by the way. So I do care a lot about subscribers and views and comments, as an ego thing. Yeah, that's me being honest. Okie dokie. I didn't even check how I did. There's no blood. It's pretty damn close. I could always do more here. I just have to do a funny angle. The mustache area on purpose. I don't go upwards, which is really, growth is like this, so I should be going like this. So it could be closer, but I am very happy with how close I am, because I get irritation and I always nick myself if I do the false pass. So I'm happy, and I have hiccups and I smell good, and the raffle prizes will be going out, and this is going out to This is going out to Mr. Hickson, Barbarian. Okay, enough about enough. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. See you soon. Have a good weekend when that comes, and stay sharp.